In this video, we're going to be talking about an e-commerce SaaS tool that's gone completely viral within the home decor and furniture space. But what is surprising is that they incorporate a content strategy that we generally don't recommend most people to follow. In this video, we're going to cover why it worked for them and why it might not work for you. And if you're wondering who I am, my name is Andrew, and between my co-host and I, we have over 1 million followers on social media, and we have also helped businesses grow their businesses with organic social media. Overall, we're just obsessed with what makes brands go viral on social media, so if that sounds good to you, stick around and enjoy the episode. Today, I want to talk about a tool called Shopdeft. Have you heard of it?
I have, tangentially. Would like to learn more.
So for those of you guys out there, Shopdeft is a e-commerce search engine for home decor items and furniture. So just think about Google, but for home decor and furniture. Like you can basically get very specific with what you want to find. For example, let's say you want to find a white coffee table with wooden peg with a round top. This website will be able to do it for you. They'll get very specific with search. They have like imaging analysis tools in the back end with AI and stuff. And basically it will source a bunch of different furniture from different stores like Crate and Barrel, IKEA, Target. But basically you'll be able to find these different products from different stores without clicking to each of one of these websites because they consolidate for you in one place. And you can just compare prices, compare styles, and find the one you like and click over to a website and purchase it there directly and stuff. And what's even cooler about this tool is they actually recently released a feature that allows you to upload a picture of any room, and it'll basically help redesign that room for you with AI into different interior design styles like organic modern, Scandinavian, or like, I don't know too many interior design styles, but basically take a picture of any room and it'll redesign for you with AI. And it actually looks really cool. Like if you go check out a tool yourself, you'll be pretty impressed. And what I think is interesting about this brand is they actually have 2 different social media accounts, right? Each ran by a different creator. The first account started all the way back in February of 2023, and the second account started in July of 2023. And altogether, these 2 accounts combined, they have over 30,000 followers on social media. And they absolutely crush it. And straight up transparent, they're also one of my clients that I still work with to this day. So I have a lot to talk about them. But the account I want to mention about today is the one ran by this girl called Brianna, the biggest account for Shopdeft. It's on Instagram and stuff. So the main strategy for this account is a balance between memes, mostly CapCut memes, like those like CapCut templates you can take and just slap a text over it, and talking head videos directly selling the tool. So if you scroll down account, majority of videos are just memes, talking videos, talking about the tool. And I think this account was very interesting for me to discover and work with the creator and build, because it kind of goes against everything I've been teaching all along. Because I've been saying, don't do talking head videos. They don't do well. People don't like having a sell to being pitched them on social media. And talking head videos, once it's done once, it's hard to do it again. But this account has proven contrary to that point, and I'll talk about why in a second as well. But basically, if you're a software tool that's out there, we discourage you from doing talking head videos just because, look, no one wants to be sold something on social media and stuff. But the exception is if you're able to really have a powerful hook, a powerful messaging, a tool that actually has a huge wow factor to it, and on top of it, be very well spoken, which this creator is all 3 of these things. Also, if you're good looking, people like looking at you on camera, it also is greatly helpful. I'm gonna put that out there right now.
We've said it before and we'll continue to say it. Pretty privilege, it exists. It exists for all types of people, guys, girls, everyone in between, all the non-binary folks. If you are pretty and you are attractive, or you can hire a pretty and attractive creator, that is a competitive advantage.
It really is. It truly is. So the video I want to talk about specifically, I just dropped in the chat right now, is this one in which what I think is very smart about how she did the video. And this video hit like, I think almost 1 million views. She did another one very similar to hit over 1 million views. And it's literally a talking head video of her directly just selling the tool. I'm like, how did this go viral? But I think a way she was making it go viral is because she purposely add a couple elements into video to make people engage in the comments, right? So a couple things she did. Number one, she kind of started the video with a negative hook. Now, what's a negative hook, right? A negative hook is something that has a negative connotation to it. So she'll say something like, this is how you can save money on an interior designer, or like, stop wasting money on interior designer. Now, that's not fully negative, but in general, that is leaning towards the negative, like, hey, don't pay this person, or hey, you're wasting money, right? Like you kind of evoke a negative emotion out of people. And on social media, for some weird reason, I mean, we all know why, but people are triggered by negative emotion. They're like, oh crap, I'm wasting money on an interior designer. Like crap, I need to find out like why and how I can like save money on not spending it on interior designer stuff, right? So negative hooks work pretty well on social media. So you can ever like find something to have a hook in your video to be either as very neutral or positive or negative. Something you can lean more towards the negative. Look, you might get some hate here and there, But generally, I'm telling you what, people will probably stick around to watch video more. Like, for example, she could just been like, here's a tool that redecorates your room for you. Now, is that a bad hook? I won't say it's bad, but it's at the same time, it's not really enticing for you to keep watching, because unless you're someone that's looking to redecorate the room in the near future, you probably wouldn't really care about the video. But if you say like, hey, save money on interior designer. Look, yo boy, I'm not saying I will watch the video, but I might, because I'm like, I don't care about interior design, but I'm curious about ways to save money. So it allows you to appeal to a broader audience as well, with like more enticing hook that targets in a way a fundamental human desire, which is like finances in a way, right? It's a very personal topic that I guess you can say drives a lot of insecurity in people as well. So that's the first thing I want to mention.
By the way, if you're a founder that's interested in marketing your product on social media, then you want to check out the contentmarketingblueprint.com. It's a database of SaaS products that have successfully grown and marketed themselves on social media, and we track the accounts and all of their formats that they're posting, so you can filter down all the accounts and formats by their niche to see what exactly is working for other products in the niche that you're interested in. You can check it out at the contentmarketingblueprint.com. If you're trying to make a good hook or make good content in general, basically go to like Maslow's hierarchy of needs and pick any one of those fundamental human desires of like greed, money, beauty, love. Like if you can make a product or content that's centering around one of these fundamental human emotions, they exponentially increase your chances that your content is gonna go viral.
Money, sex, power. One of those three, if you can center a video around one of those three fundamental human desires, you will usually see a video perform a lot better, right? It is kind of like one of the ugly truths of social media. The second thing I think is very interesting about this video is she always starts the video saying that the website is free. And the website is not free. Well, it's free for a trial, but after credit usage, it's not free anymore. Now, where she does this on purpose or not, who knows? But I'll tell you what, there's a lot of people commenting in the comments being like, the website is not free, or it's like, it's not free after a certain amount and stuff. Now, you can say this is bad press, but at the same time, it boosts engagement in video and it pushes the video to more people. One more thing she does, is this on purpose or not? Who knows? But it works. She almost mentions the website in the video. She'll just tell you, she'll have an insanely enticing hook, like the negative hook. Then she'll go into the product plug, show the tool. Granted, the tool is very visually impressive. So it's like when you see it, you're like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then she wouldn't mention a website, or she'll mention it very briefly. So a lot of people in the comments are also being like, what's the website? What's the website? In the church of thought, where it's like, look, if you can't figure out what the website is by just looking at the account's name, you're probably not smart enough to use the tool. But I tell you what, it does boost engagement. And by making these false claims and stuff, like you are going to get controversy. You are going to get people being like, hey, the tool is not free, or, you know, what's the website? What's the website? Or people criticizing you for like spreading fake news and misinformation. Again, we're not saying we encourage this, but it is something that does work. It will push the video further into algorithm, make it more viral. So these are some more unconventional tactics you can put into your video for into algorithm. Let's say like everything else isn't working for you, then you can try more of these like niche, more dirty tricks and stuff.
I think that a strategy actually of not mentioning the website or mentioning it super briefly is a very common strategy that you can apply to all your pieces of content. Because if you zoom out a little bit, what that strategy is essentially doing is holding the payoff, the result, the conclusion for you up until the very end. So you entice them with the hook, and then by not giving them the payout, the thing that they're looking for until the very end, you're actually going to be able to significantly increase your watch time. And by increasing your watch time, you significantly increase the chances that your video is going to go viral. It's a very good strategy that you can apply to a lot of pieces of content, not just this type of product plug. Just evoke some type of emotion in the beginning, and whatever the solution, the resolution is, do not reveal it, do not provide it until the very end, so that the emotional hook and the emotions are stirred up to a high enough level in the beginning. They're incentivized to watch until the very end to get some type of resolution.
Exactly. And last two things I want to point out. Number one, controversy. Look, I talk about controversy. I just talked about just now, like how people would be arguing comments about how the website's not free, or asking what the website, well, I guess it's not very controversial asking what the website is, but controversy leads to more engagement. And as with any other AI tool we have seen in today's world, many people aren't happy with AI because they think it's destroying the artistic element of this world. It's destroying education. It's destroying art and stuff. And just like with this tool, because this tool, what does it do? It helps you redesign a home with AI, right? Interior design. So a lot of people in the comments are arguing, how can an AI design a home better than an interior designer? Or people are being like, you are taking jobs away from interior designers. How can you be happy yourself doing this and stuff? Controversy leads to more engagement, but leads to more virality. I tell you what, people do sign up for a website, right? There's going to be a lot of people pissed off, and we're not here to take a stance on morality. generality. We're just here to talk about what works on social media, but a lot of people did find the tool very useful and stuff. So controversy, look, if you're willing to take the heat, it can be a good thing for your brand. And last but not least, Cookie mentioned this as well. I said this before, I'm gonna say it again. It's very important that if you are to hire a content creator, to find a creator that's within your target audience. Specific for this brand, I know the founder's company, late 20s, early 30s, white dude, making a tool for interior design. He is not the target audience for this tool. He wants to target women 25 to, I even say up to like 50, 45 and 50 and stuff. So both of the creators we found for this account were both interior designers and also in that general age group. One younger in her mid to late 20s and one early to mid 30s and stuff. So just wrap it up. It's very important just because these creators, they understand, number one, that target demographic. They become more relatable. They can make more relatable content. People find them more relatable. And overall, they're just more knowledgeable. Content comes more naturally for them. They don't need to like brainstorm and break their head and smash their head against the wall. It just makes everything easier. And people like buying for someone that looks and feels like them too.
Yeah, and I think that's actually super clever because kind of like what you mentioned earlier about the type of content that one of the accounts makes, the big main account, Brianna, I think.
Yeah.
So like you mentioned, the user base of this website is primarily targeting, because I guess if you think about people who are stereotypically more involved in the interior design process, about the aesthetics of the home, it's going to be women typically. And then they hired these women creators, and specifically talking about Brianna's account, just because I know her account a little bit better, is the fact that sure, it's supposed to be an account talking about this furniture shopping app. A lot of her content isn't actually even about interior design. It's kind of like what you mentioned. It's funny CapCut memes targeted towards women. So it's almost like those pieces of content, it feels like a much more relatable account because it's like very top funnel, appealing to broad general audience of women. And then from there, you know how the funnel works, where it kind of narrows down a little bit from women and general women to women that are interested in furniture and interior design. And then that's when they start getting hooked into the account a little bit more, explore more. Then that's when the shop devs can actually plug their app like very in front of their faces of this audience that they've curated. So I think it's actually a super clever strategy where they're not making just pure furniture content or interior design content. They're making content that appeals to women who just so happen to be stereotypically much more involved in the interior design process.
Yeah, I guess like that kind of wraps up the last point I want to make. It's like, if you are to go for the strategy of more pure talking head videos, or even just any other like content strategy in which you're plugging your product, again, always important to have a balance between content that's adding pure value to the audience, where this is entertainment or education, and content that's directly talking about your product. So for this account, I think it's kind of more like a 66 entertain content, 33 plug in a product and stuff. Like there's 66% mostly just CapCut memes that they're using, and 33 are just like, hey, check out this website with like maybe a different marketing angle, different hook, but generally all of her talking head videos are you talking directly about the product and stuff. What do you think?
Banger account. Clearly they're crushing it. I also love how they're doing two creators as well. They're like, hey, we figured out a formula that works. Let's get it again. And I love the product. I've heard great things about the founder. Never chatted with him, but heard great things through you. I think the creators that they've hired through Incubated Scale are killers. And I'm excited to see how they continue to grow. It's a great case study on how to market a SaaS on social media.
All right. I think that's a wrap.
Let's get it. See you in the next one.